Hi, I'm back. This time I'm going to cover the IS-2. I did a video on this one already, but I realized it wasn't fit for the channel because it was just way too long. The point of this channel is for the videos to be short and simple. So I'm going to redo the Torro IS-2 here and make it a lot shorter this time. As some of you may know, the Torro company kind of specializes in all metal, or at least 90% metal, RC tanks. This one is no exception. The IS-2 is the first high-end RC tank I've gotten ever. And I freaking love it. It is heavy as hell. It's about 16 pounds. Pretty much metal everything, I think, with the exception of, let's see, the skirt here is plastic. I think there's a few other plastic parts as well, but main difference between these and the Henglongs, aside from the fact that it's all metal, is that you can either buy the airsoft version or the IR version. There's not one that can do both, as far as I understand. So I got the IR version because it presents a pretty sweet little muzzle flash when you fire the main cannon. Before I get into that though, look at the details on this thing. I mean, the way they paint them is like amazing. And the level of detail on the engine compartments here is pretty sweet. Smoker unit is pretty cool too. They've got it in a realistic spot from the original tank. I don't have any smoke oil in there though. Anyways, the IR sensor goes in the hatch up here. That's pretty cool. All metal road wheels, idler, sprocket. Tread, single headlight up there at the front. It's all around pretty sweet tank, although I did have one issue. Parts started falling off the more I used it. For example, part of the sprocket back here came off. I've been trying to get that thing put back in, but even with this extra slack here on the chain, it looks like I might have to take the chain off in order to get that on there. But enough about that. So the Torro tanks do have a full 360-degree rotation. I seem to have an issue with that because of the battery placement. I get to a certain point, and then the turret kind of gets hung up on the battery in there. Let's see. Oh, what do you know? I made it all the way around. How about that? You do have your anti-infantry weapon. This one has one on the front and the back. Yeah, where's that other one? There it is. All right. Turn that main cannon back around. Now I'll show you the recoil here. I'm going to back the tank up a little bit because it does has a pretty significant recoil. Let me back that up a little. And now we're going to fire the main weapon. I mean, that's pretty sweet, not going to lie. I had to take that over the airsoft version because that looked amazing. Another key difference between the Henglong version, the Henglong tanks and the Torro ones, is that the volume is actually controlled via a little rotating dial in here that you use a screwdriver. You can't open it with the turret turned like this, but this is where your power switch, your opening for the smoke oil goes, as well as controlling your volume. On the Henglong tanks, you can control the volume with just by pushing the volume button and moving the left stick up and down. All right. So I haven't charged this sucker in months because we were moving between states and I just haven't had a chance to really play with this. So let's hope this battery lasts long enough to do a little bit of stuff here. Woo! Oh. Look at that, quick recovery. Well, maybe not. There we go. I mean, the way the metal treads look on there, it looks freaking awesome. Although, even when I've got the volume all the way turned up on here, the sounds of the gears going, the motor, kind of outdoes the sound. Let's see if I can floor it here. Yeah, you hear that metal clinking a little bit more than the engine sounds. But honestly, because of how cool the tank looks, I really don't mind it. It does take a moment for the tank to stop at full throttle because of all that weight. That's pretty gnarly. Hung up. Oh, look at that. Obviously, due to the weight, it doesn't have as much speed in the presets like the Hemlock tanks do. That's alright, it adds a bit of realism to it. That's just awesome. That'll be all she wrote.